Hello, welcome to Statecraft IAS and Social Perspectives Sociology in Newspaper series. In this series, we shall discuss daily news articles in sociological perspective and revise relevant sociology related concepts in our UPSC main syllabus with the help of a newspaper on daily basis. In today's video, we have an article saying Uttar Pradesh cancels Kawad Yatra. The Kawad Yatra on Uttar Pradesh has been cancelled, the state government said on Saturday. The announcement comes days after the Supreme Court had taken suo motu cognizance of the state's move to allow the Yatra. Now, if we analyze this particular article or link this particular article in our sociology related concepts, we have a chapter called Religion and Society under Emil Durkheim. Now, Emil Durkheim has studied extensively on religion. He has analyzed Arunta tribe in Australia and has found that religion is nothing but the manifestation of the society, because he is always considered as a collective social reality, and he believes that there is no other reality, even there is no other reality like religion except society. So he concluded that people usually they be busy in their daily course to manage their daily activities, and occasionally when they come together as a form of congregation, like this Kawad Yatra or Kumbh Mela or Ganesh Chaturthi functions or Durga Puja, etc. Occasionally, when they come together to celebrate the festival or just to share their values as a congregation, as a unit, as a crowd, they feel some exhilarated feeling and they get excited because of that congregation. Because they are usually not in such congregations. They are usually they spend their lives individually with their offices, works, schools, etc. Though he studied Arantha tribe, and he found that being nomads, when they came together, they experienced some exalted feeling. We can relate that to our daily lives also, because we too spend our lives just like nomads. We bother about no one else. We bother about we do not bother about left man, or we don't do not bother about cab driver or someone else. We are just busy in our daily lives, going to schools or colleges or offices, doing our work and coming back home. Now, when occasionally we come together in large crowds like this Kawad Yatra, we feel some sense of excitement, and we think that that ecstasy is because of the presence of God only. But Durkheim says it is not actually the presence of God, but because of the presence of society at large at one place only. That being a society being at one place at a time, as it is rarity, people feel that excited feeling, and they feel that presence of God has given that ecstasy, given them that ecstasy. Hence, for Durkheim, there is no such other reality other than a collective social reality. He says that such type of congregations are essential or functional to the society because they bring solidarity to the society. He's always considered about society and solidarity, and he feels nothing else is above the society. So in our present context also, keeping apart our beliefs and our traditions apart, this kind of yatras or this kind of congregations are functional to the society to bring solidarity to the society. We have many caste divisions in our religion. We have many differentiations among one another. We have many economic inequalities, social inequalities in our society. But one thing that erases all such inequalities and brings everyone uh, together is nothing but religious congregations like this Kawad Yatra only. Hence, in that sense, these yatras and these congregations are functional to the society to drive society towards greater social cohesion and to bring much solidarity to the society. So it is unfortunate that it is being cancelled due to COVID-19. Otherwise, it is very functional to the society. Not just this, any other religious congregation is functional to the society, as Emil Durkheim has rightly said. Moving on to the next article, we can see an image here showing youth crossing the railway track. Despite an approaching train, some youth cross the railway tracks near the Vijayawada railway station. Now, if we analyze this particular picture in R.K. Merton's perspective, R.K. Merton in our chapter called Conformity and Deviance has tried to explain why or the different kinds of deviance from the institutional means. He says there are cultural goals and institutional means. Now, a cultural goal for them is to catch the train or to just get over the other side of the track. But institutional mean is what? To get over the other side when the train has passed them. These youth, as they are seen, they are not following institutional means, and they are deviating from those means, and are crossing the track even when the train is approaching. That means they are deviating from the institutional means. Archimedes says this deviation happens when there is an equal emphasis on cultural goals and institutional means. They are laying more emphasis on cultural goals than institutional means, this particular youth, because they want to cross the line, but they do not bother about following the institutional means. Hence, there is less emphasis on means and higher emphasis on goals. Such kind of unequal emphasis leads to state anomalies, says Archimedes. Though we cannot relate this to larger society, we can use this to analyze minor happenings in our society also, because R.K. Martin not only is a macro socialist, is a micro socialist also. He considered both macro perspective and micro perspective. Hence, we can use his analysis to analyze minor incidents like this also. Now, Archimedes says there are 5 possible responses to such state anomaly. One kind of response is conformity. This kind of people stress both cultural goals and institutional means, and they try to follow both of them, even when they believe that institutional means do not teach their cultural goals. Innovative kind of people, they want to follow cultural goals, and hence, knowing that following institutional means do not take them to reach their cultural goals, they tend to deviate from institutional means to reach their cultural goals. This kind of people can be said as innovative people, because institutional means is to cross the line when the train has passed them, or to use a foot over bridge. But this kind of people are innovating new way to cross the line. That means not to use foot over bridge and to just jump out of the track, over the track, even when the train is approaching. That is one kind of innovative measure to reach their goals. Hence, this kind of people can be termed as innovative people. The other one is ritualistic kind of people. This kind of people, they know that following institutional means do not take them to cultural goals. Hence, they give up cultural goals, but they would like to adhere to the institutional means, even when they know that those institutional means do not take them to cultural goals. And the other kind of people are retreatists, knowing that means do not take them to goals. They retreat both from cultural goals and institutional means, and they retreat from society itself. Rebellion kind of people, they too deviate both from goals and means, but they have alternative social order in their mind. That means they do not believe that these means and these goals are reasonable, and hence they have some other goals and other means to follow, because they believe in that kind of society. These kind of people rebel against the current society, and they try to establish new social order. Now, for the sociologists, I try to explain why such kind of deviance happens in some individuals and not in every other individual. Because Albert Cohen says it may be due to frustration due to excessive social norms, excessive rules and regulations, etc. Now, this kind of people are also might have been frustrated because of approaching trains and all, or because of their daily lives, etc. That kind of frustration leads them to deviate from the institutional means, says Albert Cohen. Whereas Bernard Landers says it is due to social disorganization. Now, this kind of people are tending to cross the line even when the train is approaching, only because of there is no inadequate social organization in the society. Only if there is adequate social organization, these kind of people, or these people wouldn't have chosen such kind of means to cross the line. Now, because this kind of activities may not be seen in highly developed societies, or in the societies where there is strict social organization. Hence, in that sense, only because of social organization is not there, only because of social disorganization, such kind of deviance is happening, says Bernard Lander. Now, Walter Miller says it may be out of thrill. Now, though these people respect cultural goals and institutional means, it is just out of thrill that they choose to deviate from the means and nothing else. There is no rationality behind their actions. Now, Clovard and Olin say it is due to criminal subculture, just because their peers or their friends or their family members or their relatives, they usually or often cross the line without using foot or bridge. These people also, because of that criminal subculture, these people also chose to deviate from the means, say Cloud and Olin. Now, David Mazza says it is due to mode fatalism. Mode fatalism is nothing but a feeling that as everybody else is deviating from the institutional means, why only should I follow the means to reach my goals? It's okay, I respect means and I respect goals also. But what is the use only if I am following the means where everyone else is deviating from the means? What kind of benefit would I draw from it? With that kind of mental state is called mode fatalism. Now, because of that mode fatalism, some people try to deviate from the institutional means, say David Mazza. Says David Mazza. Now, Howard Becker says it is due to labeling. Labeling means nothing but naming a person that he is a thief or he is a deviant from means. that kind of labeling will drive that individual to really deviate from the institutional means. Edwin M. Lamart says there are two kinds of deviances. One is before labeling and the other one is after labeling. Before labeling is called primary deviance and after labeling is called secondary deviance. Now, that's all we have for today. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe to Statecraft IAS. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day.